Okay, I'd like to go ahead and call a meeting to order for the East China Township July 5th meeting. Clerk, roll call, please.
Supervisor Westrick?
Yep.
Clerk Matei here. Treasurer Hart?
Yes.
Trustee Babel? Here. Trustee Blackstock? Here. Trustee Knotts?
Here.
Trustee Richley?
Here.
Pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item, approve the agenda. I'd like to make one addition, like I always do evidently. New business number 7. We have a,
Disappointed if you did.
yeah, we have a little paperwork problem with our sewer and water authority contract and resolution, so I'd like to add that as new business 7 so we can discuss that. Other than that, that's all I have.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approval of the minutes, last meeting. Any questions, comments on that one? Is there
Make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Mr. Richley,
Support.
support. All those in favor say aye, please.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Presentations, St. Clair County Sheriff Quarterly Report, St. Clair County Parks. I guess we don't have that.
Okay.
You'll be in. Maybe I'll be in later.
Yeah, they might show up. No, table that, move on. Public comment. Paul?
Nope, he's on NB2.
I know, but maybe you want to make a public comment too.
Oh.
Okay, moving. Look at him looking at
He's like,
What are they here for?
me. Consent agenda.
You're doing fine so far. Keep up the good work.
What are they here for? Something on
They
here?
got something to talk about you. I know. Consent agenda.
Okay.
Building permit report for June 2022 and the Historical Commission meetings minutes. Comments or questions? Your motion?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as
You're the man
presented.
right now.
You're in charge of motions today.
I support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Disbursements. All right, payroll, $33,101.04. Accounts payable of $189,259.19. EFTs were $11,176.08. E-checks, $302.30. Tax account 3759 was $57.72. And invoices were $53,484.54. Total of $287,308.87. Anybody have any questions on any of that?
Make a motion, we pay the bills as presented.
I'll support.
Support. Clerk, please call roll.
Treasurer Hart?
Yes.
Trustee Babel? Yes. Trustee Blackstock? Yes. Trustee Knotts?
Yes.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
Clerk Matei, yes. Supervisor Westrick?
Yes.
Thank you.
Unfinished business, old business, I have none. New business. Number 1, Hathaway Drain Maintenance Resolution. Now you can talk. Tony?
So we have 2 miles that we can work with. We're allowed to spend $10,000 total. It's $5,000 per mile at the maximum yearly expenditure on that drain. We have a failed pipe, 2 failed pipes. One on the south side, which is the drain offices, and one on the
I'm sorry. Could you go over to the
Oh,
microphone so I can pick you up on our great electronics?
all right, you want me to start over? Are we
Yes,
good?
please.
Okay.
I couldn't hear a word you said.
So we have $10,000 that we can spend on the Hathaway drain in any given year. We have 2 failed pipes. There's one on the south side, that's the drain offices. That's our outfall into the St. Clair River. There's one on the north side, runs right through the park at the end of Riviera Boulevard. The north one, county roads would be responsible for replacing. South one, drain office would be responsible for replacing. We had Dave Schweihofer, go and pull up the concrete at the boardwalk to expose the pipe That's when we found out it was failing. We thought it was just a bad joint. Our plans show that it was a concrete pipe. It's actually a steel pipe that was put in the 50s or 60s, and it's just rusted out. So we have a proposal from Dave to replace that pipe. BMJ did a design on it. We've tried to work together with the road commission to be responsible with taxpayer money, and instead of replacing both pipes, we'll replace ours and give the road commission a place to outlet their pipe as well, and then they can flowable fill their pipe and bulkhead it off. Then it'll be one system instead of two, and one outfall into the river. So we currently have a permit in with Army Corps of Engineers to permit that, and we're gonna upsize the pipe. I think current is 36, we're gonna upsize it to a 42. So in order to expend the money, we would need a resolution from the township to exceed our annual limit. And our bid from Dave was $94,752.50. So the resolution is to expend the additional $84,752.50.
Don't you, we did this once before on Hathaway Drain since I've lived here.
We've
And
done,
you guys spread it,
we can
you
spread it.
spread the cost depending on the amount of property that somebody leads.
Correct.
That the drain services.
The drain
So,
district.
yeah,
So we don't all, you're not talking about township coughing up $94,000.
No, it's just
It's gonna
we-
be spread on all the taxes of the
Correct.
area.
right, landowners will share cost on that. I don't have a roll with me right now, and the plan is to replace the pipe, let road commission tie in, and then we'll revise the district, because now those north landowners will be part of the drain district, and they weren't before, because they had their own outlet, so, it's just a way of being responsible with taxpayer money and cooperating with other agencies, and I'm hoping the park might even wanna kick in some money towards this, so it's not so much of a burden to the landowners, so. Dave's proposal also is to replace that entire boardwalk, I think, is what he had. So because it's hollow underneath, they poured a sidewalk over a wood deck, and it's just been washing out over years, and I know the Parks has been filling it in with some gravel, and when we exposed it, it's open. Well, Dave, you were there, or Vern, you were there. You saw how bad it was, so.
Question, MDOT, some of their water comes into that?
MDOT will be on the hook for a portion of it, so will the county. We're still in negotiations with how much MDOT will pay. We don't have that yet. We can't even spend the money until we know that we can spend the money. We need permission first.
Get a commitment from the St. Clair County Road Commission about abandoning their line as a
Yeah,
flowable fill?
I talked with Bill today, and he said, we'll get the resolution, and I don't know if they're gonna tie in their structure to our structure while we have it open. I thought that would make more sense, because it'd be cheaper to do it while it's open and pave it once than twice. So he was gonna talk with Mike Zoplex about doing it at the same time. I don't know what
So
Mike's
before
agenda
you
is.
proceed with this, we'll at least know what they're doing with their pipe too?
They're gonna flow fill it.
You
That's,
think they will?
yeah, it's, if we give them an outlet, they'll take it.
Because I think MDOT's water comes down that hill and goes into there too. They should pay a portion.
Yep,
So-
and BMJ's been in negotiations with our MDOT guy to try and get them, I'm hoping MDOT will pay most of it, if not all of it. I don't know that they will, but
This meeting's recorded, you know that.
I am still hopeful that MDOT will pay most of it, if not all of it.
Okay, yeah, I'm aware of the project. I don't know if anybody else has any questions about it. There's a metal pipe that goes through there. It's rotting out.
Keep the drains open, I don't want to wonder.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Do we need to read this resolution, Cindy?
Yes, we should. It's a
If you
formal
use the
motion.
Plan, the design, I have that open too.
All right.
Thank you.
Resolution 09-2022 for the Hathaway Drain. Whereas St. Clair County Drain Commissioners advised the East China Township Board of Trustees, the township, that pursuant to Section 196 of the Michigan Drain Code, MCL 280-.196, an inspection is made of the Hathaway Drain has been determined as a result of inspection that certain maintenance must be performed upon the drain. And whereas the Drain Commissioner has the authority to expend $5,000 per mile in any 1 year for the maintenance of the drain, and is estimated that expenditures in excess of $5,000 per mile are necessary. Those amounts may not be expended until approved by resolution governing body of each township, city, and village affected by more than 20% of the cost. Whereas Drainage Board estimates that the cost of the maintenance of the Hathaway Drain will be approximately $94,752.50, which constitutes $84,752.50 in excess of the authorized $5,000 per mile. Now therefore be resolved that East China Township pursuant to Section 196, subsection 5 of the Drain Code authorizes the Drain Commissioner to expend funds for the maintenance and repair of the Hathaway Drain in excess of $5,000 per mile for a 2-year period, to the extent that the drain fund for the drain contains insufficient funds for the payment of costs incurred for the maintenance or repair of the drain. Drain Commissioner is authorized to levy a special assessment as allowed by law. Any other questions, comments?
Are you offering this resolution?
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution as read.
Support.
Clerk, resolution, please call the roll.
Treasurer Hart?
Yes.
Trustee Babel?
Yes.
Trustee Blackstock?
Yes.
Trustee Knott?
Yes.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
Clerk Matei, yes. Supervisor Westrick?
Yes. Resolution's carried. Thanks. New business number 2, Channel 6 audiovisual equipment update. Mr. Paul Dingaman would like to speak on that.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here. We've had a good relationship with the township since 2005. When I got together this information for tonight, I was surprised and pleased to see that we've been associated with the township successfully for 17 years plus, so it's an honor to be here. Tonight, I am proposing to you a upgrade of the equipment and some additions to the room here to help you. The equipment you see here is and the microphones is all from 2005. So it's a 17-year equipment, and it's it's beyond its normal service life. And if you, in the package I gave you for the meeting, you can see there's 2 pictures there. One is of your meeting where it shows on a television screen that the picture is sort of shrunk. It's what they call in broadcast a 4:3 picture. And the second picture is the picture of the upgraded equipment at Marine City, where you can see it's a full screen. The difference here, these cameras are standard definition, which was the greatest and best in 2005. We would upgrade these cameras to a high definition, so it'd be a better picture. We're finding that you're getting a great audience on YouTube and on Facebook from the broadcast that we produce here. It's also on Channel 6, but we distribute it to YouTube and to Facebook so that there's good exposure for all of your residents. We're also proposing in this upgrade that we put about a 65-inch screen, TV screen, over on this wall. I remember when we had the open meeting, the public meeting for the proposed assisted living facility. The guy had a screen over here, and it was dark in the room, and his pictures weren't very good. And if you had a monitor, like in the picture there of the Marine City meeting, you'll see that's a 65-inch screen behind their council chamber. There, the room is configured a little differently, so we have a 65-inch behind the council chamber and one over on this wall, so that the residents can look at that one in Marine City and the council commission can look at this one here. But I think here the room is small enough you wouldn't necessarily need 2 65 inches. One would be good. So if you have your accountant come in and do his annual budget thing, it could be on the screen and you could all see it very easily. So the budget that the information I've given you tonight, because of supply chain issues, I've gone out to 4 different suppliers that we regularly use, and some of them have some of the stuff, some have some of the other stuff. So I'm looking for approval from the board for a budget not to exceed $13,000, which includes installation and some additional new wiring we have to do to proceed. So that's, if there's any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
I have one.
And we would
but
get
it's
it
more-
done.
I think it's
The
more
work
to
would
this
be
clerk.
completed during the month of July and August.
Okay, we pay him now out of a portion of the funds we get. Are there any of those funds additional that we don't use available for this sort of thing?
Franchise fees?
Yeah. Or do we already give him all the franchise fees?
We do not give them all of the franchise fees, no.
So there is
Starting
some,
this year.
so there is some funds available there in addition to what else we might need.
Did we budget for this item?
I thought we already
We did this year because we,
Yeah.
we saw this coming and,
That
so
was
we
You
do have
already
the money in
budgeted
the
for it?
budget.
Okay, I
Yeah.
withdraw my question, no problem.
That was my
I did
question
not-
too, because I thought we
I
did,
did
but I
not know
wasn't
it
here.
was
and I
budgeted. If it's
sure.
budgeted, I haven't got any argument.
Yeah, I remember voting on
I just have one train of thought. You know, we talked about possibly, and I know this wouldn't happen overnight, expanding or creating a new or additional boardroom, conference room. Would that, is this something maybe we should hold off for a year? Or go forward now, get it all done, and then if and when that does happen, then we could move it?
I think the project we were talking about moving or building new conference rooms is far enough down the road that,
Right.
Okay.
that we don't need to
And I don't think
go
any of
forward
this,
now.
Confuse the
this
two.
equipment wouldn't need to be in there.
Ain't gonna happen.
Okay.
This is closed session.
I just doesn't, Paul, you said 205 is when you did this?
Yeah,
God, I've been here too long. I was on the board when you did that, we did that.
my hearing's bad.
I was on the board when you did that. I didn't realize it was that long ago. God.
Yep. I was shocked too.
I just have one question, Paul. The new cameras, can you make them so we're not, you can't see us as much? And then I see that slims these people down in the new one too.
I
Can
can
you
make
Yeah.
you, I can make
extra
you
slimming
thinner.
feature on our
I
cameras?
can make you thinner, but I can't make you any younger.
Wow.
I'll take what I can get.
it. See, I don't know if I want a clearer picture or
I
not.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I don't really care for the HD. Let's go back to the old kind. All right, any other questions or comments?
I just can say to Paul, I thought they've done a good job, because I was the guy on the board that was very much against this in 2005. But it's worked out fine, Paul.
Yeah, it really has.
So was that a motion then to
I thi-
approve up to
Do we have to have
13,000?
a motion to what?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Not to exceed 13,000 for
Yeah.
the improvements as proposed.
I'll support that.
All right, that's my motion then.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Roll call. Treasurer Hart?
Yes.
Trustee Babel?
Yes.
Trustee Blackstock? Trustee Knott?
Yes.
Trustee Richley? Yes. Clerk Matei, yes. Supervisor Westrick?
Yes.
Thank you very much. We'll
Thank you,
get
Paul.
started on it.
Thanks, Paul.
And it really has been interesting all over those years. It's been a really good community service, and I think people enjoy it, and they do watch, specifically the meetings.
I get comments all the time about having
Yeah.
seen me or seen the board, so
Yeah.
people are watching it.
Yeah, it's a great service. Thank you for your support.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. New business number 3,
It did work out that way.
clean water sewer revolving funds. Tentative board resolutions, there's 2 of them that were bid out, reviewed with the engineer. I reviewed them with Anthony as well. Two different kind of projects in the project. It's the lining, CIPP lining, low bid DVM Utilities Incorporated. They're gonna make a change order to eliminate some of the cleanouts, installation of cleanouts. They're gonna do it a different way, which brought the bid down some more, but even both ways, they were still low bid. It wasn't done to make them low bid or anything like that, so. Just felt it was, after discussions and everything, it was gonna be more economical to let PC maybe do that inspection and not do the cleanouts in there. So the first one would be for DVM Utilities, $1,554,295.50. Second one is pump station rehabilitation. Low bid on that, it's Body Construction in Marysville. Or actually, I think they're in Port Huron Township now in Dubrow, but that one is $853,051. That one was a little over the engineer's estimate. The other one was a little under, but we are on budget with these numbers to what the engineer proposed, which is a real sigh of relief in today's market right now. I'm pleased. We're not gonna be going out rebonding, whatever, at least. So the first one we have under our hat, it's good. Let's just hope the next one that's gonna be bid later this month is the water main work. Let's hope that one comes in, you know, at least close to being on budget, maybe under, but whatever. So anyway, those are the two bids that I'd like to make an award. I'll make that motion to approve these two contractors and get the engineer to get some contracts with them, tentatively award the construction contracts for both of those, for each of them individually as written here.
You have to do resolutions for both.
Okay, we have a motion support. We have to read the resolutions, since Sandy brought it up. A resolution tentatively award construction contract for wastewater system improvements. The China Township of East China wishes to construct improvements to its existing wastewater treatment and collection system. And whereas the wastewater system improvements project formally adopted on June 21st of 2021 will be funded through Michigan State Revolving Fund Program. Whereas Charter Township of East China has sought and received construction bids for the proposed improvements and have received a low bid in the amount of $1,554,295.50 from DVM Utilities contractor. Whereas the project engineer, Project Control Engineering Incorporated, has recommended awarding the contract to the low bidder. Now therefore be resolved, Charter Township of East China tentatively awards the contract for construction of proposed wastewater system improvements project to DVM Utilities contingent upon successful financial arrangements with the State Revolving Fund Program. Resolution number 2, or that's number 11-2022. The other one was number 10.
You might want to vote on them one at a time.
Separately.
Yeah, we should.
Keep it.
Okay, yeah, my motion will stand for the first one,
Okay, so Westrick and Richley are offering the motion.
for the DVM Utilities contract
For
for
the
the first,
first one.
resolution number 10-2022.
Okay, and then we'll do roll call vote.
Okay,
Treasurer Hart,
Yes.
Trustee Babel,
Yes.
Trustee Blackstock, Trustee Nats,
Yes.
Trustee Richley,
Yes.
Clerk Matei, yes, Supervisor Westrick.
yes. Motion's carried. Resolution number 11-2022. Whereas East China Township wishes to construct improvements to its existing wastewater treatment and collection system, and whereas the wastewater system improvements project formally adopted on June 21st, 2021 will be funded through Michigan State Revolving Fund Program. East China Township has sought and received construction bids for the proposed improvements and has received a low bid in the amount of $853,051 from Body Construction. Whereas the project engineer, Project Control Engineering, has recommended awarding the contract to the low bidder. Now therefore be resolved that the Charter Township of East China tentatively awards the contract for construction of the proposed wastewater system improvements to Body Construction contingent upon successful financial arrangements with the State Revolving Fund Program. And that was a motion to approve that.
I'll support that one.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Okay, roll call vote. Treasurer Hart,
Yes.
Trustee Babel,
Yes.
Trustee Blackstock,
Yes.
Trustee Nats,
Yes.
Trustee Richley,
Yes.
Clerk Matei, yes, Supervisor Westrick.
Yes. New business number 4, this kind of goes hand in hand with what we just talked about here. This is just the actual approving of the change order to reduce those clean-out amounts from 129 clean-outs down to 13. As I stated, DVM was still the low bidder, doing it both ways. They agreed to maintain the unit price on the clean-out line item. I think it was $2,345 apiece. PC is going to come back with an engineering budget to perform the lateral line inspection a different way. And I told him it better not exceed $2,345, obviously, but
I was gonna ask.
he said, no, it won't. But anyway,
was
we
gonna
can
ask.
always go back and make a change order to put it back, but that's not that way. That's why we did this. But anyway, I'd like to make the motion to approve the East China 2022 sanitary sewer system improvements, change order number 1 for the CIPP lining. Well,
So moved.
Did he?
Yes, we should.
I made the motion. Ralph, you're okay with supporting that?
That's fine.
Okay. When this, probably needs to be roll call.
Yes.
You're gonna make sure that the little comment there he made about PCE will add an engineering budget.
He's gonna come back
It
next.
doesn't come back more than $275,000.
He said he'll have that ready for us at the next meeting when I talk to him.
All right.
Okay, let's make a roll call vote on that.
Yep.
Treasurer Hart?
Yes.
Trustee Babel?
Yes.
Trustee Blackstock? Trustee Knotts?
Yes.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
Clerk Matei, yes. Supervisor Westrick?
Yes.
Wait a minute, I forgot to do that for free.
Can I just clarify, does the motion include the authorization of the township manager to sign?
Yes.
I didn't hear that stated, I just want to make sure it gets in the motion.
Yeah, I heard it, that was in
Okay.
there.
Okay,
To authorize me to sign. No, township manager, not me, actually. Cindy will sign that. New business number 5, IT support time block. High Tech provides our computer service, whatever, tech services. It's gonna be a labor rate increase in the coming months, and we can buy a block at this lower rate for services not already covered by our tech care agreement. Says actual costs will be accounted for, reallocated to the departments as they're incurred, but these hours do not expire.
So we've already used up the ones we already previously purchased?
That was
Those
my
were-
first question.
That was my question.
well, that was over a year ago. We're on a tech care agreement now, that started in January.
But I thought we had some time that was still left.
Yep,
Oh.
and that was from October, I think, of last year, when we talked about there was a little
Yeah.
time left
The same
So
sort of
we're-
letter then.
into going on 8 months of that being used up with all the various, we've had
Okay.
2 new computers installed, we've had a printer and some other hardware, so whenever they come out, that's not coming off our tech care, it's coming hourly.
What's covered under the tech care agreement?
Help desk, remote assistance and help desk, and all the updates that they can do, remotely through the network.
So you're probably gonna need 25 hours
over the next
regardless as to
2
whether we buy it
years.
at this rate or pay the higher rate?
Right, I would see this lasting us a year and a half to 2 years, depending on, what y'all do with your technology, if
Okay.
you decide.
For the 25-hour?
Yeah, I'm assuming you recommend the 25-hour, that's kind of,
Yeah.
print in here?
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
in the
that's
action
fine.
item.
Was that a motion, Ralph?
Increased cost.
For what?
For the increased cost of labor.
He hasn't given me a
Oh.
quote of what it would be and when it would change, but he's been keeping me informed of the dwindling time block, just to make sure that we don't miss out on an opportunity to lock it in.
Okay.
I'll make the motion.
Support.
Mr. Richley? Could call the roll.
What we did,
Okay.
say what your motion is.
We have a motion to purchase a 25-hour
For the
time block
25 hour.
for $3,375. We're saving $15 per hour from High Tech Services. And I made the motion.
Yep.
Trustee Richley supported. We have a roll call vote. Treasurer Hart?
Yes.
Trustee Babel?
Yes.
Trustee Blackstock?
Yes.
Trustee Knotts?
Yes.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
Clerk Matei, yes. Supervisor Westrick?
Yes. New business, 6. Temporary part-time receptionist, cashier. As everyone here is aware, I believe, our current receptionist is going to be has asked for family leave time coming in August through November. Going to need a temporary replacement. I think we had one once, but we lost that. But we found another suitable candidate. She's going to be flexible as we navigate through this situation. So there's, after 30 days, a rate of $16 will be implemented at the discretion of the township manager. She'll start at $15 an hour. Starting on or about August 1st of 2022, average employee receives an average day's pay for those dates that are considered holidays, according to the clerical unit collective bargaining agreement. action tonight we need is approve the hiring of temporary part-time receptionist cashier for the hours as needed starting June 28th, November 30th. I would say it's July 6th, but following terms. Starting rate of pay is $15 an hour after 30 days, up to 16 at township manager's discretion. And beginning in August, she will be, or the person will be, while employed in the temporary position, employee will receive an average day's pay for the dates that are considered holidays according to the clerical unit collective bargaining agreement. I'd like to make a motion that we do the hiring.
Is she here every day?
Right now, they're working out a training schedule so that they can give the most exposure to the different tasks. So sometimes it's morning, sometimes it's afternoon, just depending on kind of letting them manage through that as they see fit. But yeah, pretty much every day, little by little, because we don't know when we're going to need her to hit the ground running. It could
Right.
be any day, but the planned time is the first week of August,
And we are planning on her being here every day?
every day.
Once, okay. Good question. Okay, I will make that a motion.
I did the motion.
Oh, you did? Okay,
You want to support it?
sure.
We need a roll call
As
for that one
stated,
too, or not?
Yep.
Does that require a roll call vote?
So as I've said before, those are your board norms. Those are what you determine
Whatever
you'd
you
like
guys
to
want, okay.
stand by.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
We need a roll call on that. We're talking about money. And we're hiring a
It's a
person.
position really, but you can call roll
Yeah.
if you'd like to. We
Um,
cover both ways.
yeah. Okay, roll call vote. Treasurer Hart?
Yes.
Trustee Babel?
Yes.
Trustee Blackstock?
Yes.
Trustee Knotts?
Yes.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
Clerk Matei, yes. Supervisor Westrick?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, new business 7 that somebody wanted to add to the agenda. We, and if I don't explain this right, please tell me, but we have an application to the state Eagle for the work that's being just bid tonight, and the new one, the other one coming up, clean water and drinking water work. We plan on 30 years. The application to Eagle says 30-year repayment on the bond. We've been figuring 30-year repayment all along. Well, contracts that I, and I believe Ralph, or somebody signed from the Sewer and Water Authority was given to us, but it has a 20-year repayment. The notice that went in the paper, the 45-day referendum, also states 20 years. So either we go change the application to Eagle to 20 years, it's gonna cost us another $100,000 plus or minus a year in payments, or we amend the contract. We can get the approval for us as a board for me to sign this tonight. Ralph will have to worry about getting his people to sign it at the authority, because we have to have it in the paper by July 11th in order to meet all the other deadlines that are in this thing. So either we want to go to the 20 years, we'll have to amend the application to Eagle, and I don't know what's involved with that. Or we re-sign this agreement to what we originally planned for 30 years repayment bonds, and stick to what the payments were that we were trying to budget. So
And who's the contract with? I mean, that we are amending?
there's
It's
no
a contract between the St. Clair Sewer Water Authority and East
And
China
East China
Township.
Okay.
This one
so
we
that's
already
all it
did here a
affects
month ago.
As far as the 20 to 30.
Yeah,
Doesn't-
we've already done this and the resolution, but
Right,
it stated the wrong
Right.
repayment terms.
right.
So,
It's either change the contract or put a new posting.
We can
yeah,
do it.
I'm real leery about upping the repayment another 100,000 a year
Well,
at
if
this
it's
point.
only between the authority and the township, I think we should go with the 30
Yeah,
as it was all in the
Right.
paperwork and
It-
keep
I
things
agree, and we-
rolling on
It's easier
track.
for us to handle the problem here than it
Internally.
will be to involve Eagle.
right.
Yes.
I don't want
I
to get
agree.
that
I
involved.
will tell you that right
I
away.
agree.
Yeah.
It's what we planned on already anyway, so I just that we caught it in one email that they only had 20 years and they corrected it, but when I looked at this, it doesn't say 20 years, it just spells out payments, and it ended in 2045, which is 20 years.
Right,
So
right.
whatever you guys want to discuss or talk about, but I would like,
Well, we we need a motion.
A
If this gets
motion
be in the
to
paper
approve
July 11th,
redoing this contract and
amending all right, so how are we gonna,
amended resolution
Motion.
for this.
The amended resolution, well, new resolution amending the other resolution.
Right.
Yeah,
Can't use the same resolution number twice.
And I suspect I'm going to get some paper that's filled out that way with respect to the sewer water authority, and I'll be amending that resolution to match,
That,
right?
this will be that trigger.
Okay, thank you.
what are these resolution numbers? Do you have?
Pardon me?
Do you have resolution numbers on these, the new ones?
You wanna-
It says number 12-2022. Is it the number from the last one, or is it a new
Yeah,
one
it's
because
the
it's amended?
next, that's the next resolution number available. Okay,
But, so it's a new one, replacing the old one.
yes.
Okay. Do we need to read it?
And it's amending,
The
does it,
previous one, I don't have the number.
0822?
0822?
0822.
Amending,
And the only change is the repayment schedule on the bonds is 30 years, not 20 years. Any other questions?
I'm assuming that you two have talked to the financial gurus, and they've recommended going this way than trying to shove it,
Well,
change it on Eagles Park.
I think more importantly, it was caught when we were reviewing our long-range funding plan for our entire system. And it's always been 30 years.
Yeah, I know it's
So,
always been, but I mean,
as we discussed with the engineer, the financial, they couldn't really care either way what we do. But it's in our best interest because that's been our
Right.
plan, working with our departments and our engineers and doing a lot of capital improvement planning, 10,
It's always
15,
been 30
it's
years.
been 30.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
thank
Eagle application says 30-year repayment. We just, our council prepared this.
We worked up
so-
all the
Yeah.
models with 30
Yeah.
years.
because I remember the emails going back and forth.
Yeah, so
and
this was handled
we all
quickly
said
today.
30
They sent
years,
us the
so-
new resolution, the new notice to put in the paper, all that stuff. We have everything from them to do this, and we're
Right.
within our timelines. If we can go ahead, if we want to approve this tonight, and then Ralph needs to get his end taken care of, and then we got to get it in paper. But Ralph likes special meetings, he said.
okay, so then the motion is going to be to adopt resolution 12-22, amending resolution 08-22, changing the repayment schedule going from 20 years to 30 years.
That is correct.
Is that correct? Okay,
And
that
that's
is
a
the
motion.
motion. I will make, did you make the motion?
I will.
Okay, you make the motion. I'll support the motion.
It also authorizes the signature of the contract, so.
Yeah, the last one did
Not sure
too,
if you
but-
want to read that into the minutes, but that's
Yeah.
part of it.
Authorizing the township manager or supervisor to sign?
The supervisor signed the
I think
last
you're on
one,
here too.
and clerk.
You supervisor and the
Okay,
clerk.
that's part of the
Same as the old
resolution.
one.
Okay.
The clerk has got to sign it.
All right, well, let's have a roll call vote on that. Treasurer Hart,
Yes,
trustee Babel,
Yes.
trustee Blackstock, trustee Knotts,
Yes.
trustee Richley,
Yes.
clerk Matei, yes, supervisor Westrick?
Yes.
Okay,
and can we get a copy of it when,
the revised,
yeah. Well, don't you,
once I fill in the blanks or we fill in the blank, yeah.
It'll be signed and you can get a copy of
Well,
it then, will that be all right?
We'll
Oh,
have
that's
the board a
fine.
copy,
It'll probably be
just
in the
wanted
minutes, it'll be in the
to-
minutes.
members in their packet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it will be in the
It'll be
minutes.
in the
that's
minutes for
true.
the next,
That's
for the
true.
next meeting to reprove,
Yes.
so.
yeah,
Okay,
okay.
All right, so just the one
Yeah.
resolution is all we need
that is correct.
for that?
Yeah, this is the
I don't
contract.
have a copy of the resolution, but as long as the resolution authorizes the
Does it need to be read?
contract for the financing between the two entities and that authorizes the two of you to sign it, then that's all you need. If that's what's contained in the resolution.
Supervisor,
All right.
clerk, treasurer, and township manager of the local unit are hereby authorized to file such applications, Department of Treasury, required for approval to issue bonds and pay relating to. Publish attached notice, that's for you.
All right, yep, we'll take care of it.
So
I'll go
make
back to
sure
822.
we get
and
those
so on.
contracts signed tonight, please. There's 3 originals that I'll have for you too before you leave tonight.
You people who need to sign things need to sign them
Tonight.
Tonight.
They're already, well, we gotta fill them
Before you
in,
run
right?
away.
This is gonna go get
Okay.
copied, and I'm gonna sign my copies.
Before they're filled in.
Well, I have 3 originals already to
Oh,
go.
you do?
Of the contract. The contract is what it is. There's
Contract's all we
no
need,
changes
right?
to it.
Okay,
Yeah, okay.
all right.
Okay, that was number 7. Any announcements from anybody, or member comments?
Yeah, I just wanted to comment on, thanks to the township, that grass I was complaining about on the corner, all got cut. So it looks a lot nicer over there. It's quite a hayfield laying on the ground now. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Ralph. I didn't do it, though. Anybody else? Mr. Richley?
Nope, thank you.
Herb?
Question from locals. Have you heard anything, or can you check with Tracy on the status of the little grocery?
Of what?
Little grocery,
No, I haven't. I haven't heard anything.
check with
Can you
Tracy
check?
and see if there's any movement or if he's been informed. Just a lot of people asking.
What's going on with that? Yeah, it's just sitting there.
Yeah,
The last conversation that I had with him is it was still under investigation by the MSP.
Also, I've had a lot
That's
of
what I kinda
questions about the
figured.
regatta too. What's going on with that?
still for sale.
You know, in that regard, last meeting, we had a discussion about the state's,
Liquor
the
license.
Dollar General's asking for a license. And comment was made, well, is the little store gonna be turning theirs in, and we'll be switching to them, or are we gonna wind up with 2 liquor stores within a half a mile of each other in East China?
We didn't know that answer. And it was beer and wine license, right?
No,
It
that's all.
was hard
Not
to
that
Not
decipher.
implied in the information that we got that they were
Yeah.
buying a license from them. I believe we had a license available in the township.
Beer and wine license, or is it a
I'm not sure on
package?
that extreme of it.
Yeah, it wasn't very clear.
We have
had an
another
old file,
license
and I don't-
available in addition to the one at Little Bar?
Yes, now this is going way back, memory, if memory serves me correct, I believe I thought we had like 3 or 5 liquor licenses.
What's your population?
And over the years, 39, no. That's
Well,
our
I'm sure
liquors.
that
Those
bar
are
down there that's been closed by our other park,
But
Marwood,
there's re-
had
Yeah.
a liquor
Right,
license.
Right, they did, the store.
They're
Then we
different
have,
liquor licenses.
we also have,
One is for serving, one
Speedy
is for
Q.
selling. They're all
Well-
different. There's like 6 different liquor
Right.
licenses you can apply for.
right,
Yeah,
It's just not carte blanche.
right.
yeah.
Right, one's for packaged liquor, one's beer and
So
wine only,
there
one's for
were,
resale, one's for
there were
serving.
licenses available, so.
I don't think it's a
Our
good
word.
idea. Shut up.
Whether they give it to them.
Well, they wouldn't be able to apply if there wasn't one available, I'm assuming? I don't know,
That's correct.
yeah, so there must be one. Yeah, I'm like, so there must be one.
I was just
Anybody
wondering,
else?
are we gonna chime in? We are allowed, we can't approve or disapprove, but we can as a board chime in with a letter to the Liquor Commission as to whether or not we think it's a good idea for our township.
Right.
I think maybe I'm odd man out is what I'm getting when I'm discussing this around the table. Does anybody else think that we should comment one way or the other on this request for liquor license by Dollar General?
I do not. I think they're fine and they should be able to proceed as the other had it. We don't know if that store's ever gonna reopen,
Okay. Thank
Little
you.
Grocery, I mean.
Yeah, that was on the last meeting, right?
Yeah.
That's just my feeling.
Anybody else? Mr. Ritchie, was that a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Anybody support the motion to adjourn?
Okay,
I'll
who made the
support.
motion?
Ms. Hart has supported it. All those in favor say aye.
Who made the motion?
Aye.
Alan. Opposed? Carried. We're adjourned.
Thank you.